Hello, fellow fandom searchers. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel in case you are here for the first time. And Cat is leaving us. Never mind. So, another Monday, and I'm back with another opening reaction. By the way, if I have anyone from the previous reactions who told me to react to whichever endings, don't worry, it's on the list. Anyway, today, as you could see from the title, I am watching openings and endings for Fire Force, which is again something I didn't know about until last month, I would say, when I started putting together the list of openings to react to. But I've heard that the openings are really good and should be in my sort of music taste, which is always amazing. So I decided to check it out. And it's also just 4, so it's going to be faster. I know you asked for One Piece openings, several of you, but yeah, that's going to be a long one and probably on 2 parts. Never mind. Fire Force. Again, I don't know anything about the anime. If I understand it correctly, the very little I know about it, it should be something like firefighters with superpowers. And from my understanding, it's they are not putting out fires like normal fires, but they are putting out fires caused by some other people's, I don't want to say superpowers, but powers. Let's say powers. While some of them also have superpowers on the firefighter team or firefighter. So that definitely sounds intriguing to me. Yeah, you probably don't know me that well, but I am very fascinated by firefighters in real life overall. But I guess this is not going to be like actual firefighters. Like, as I said, there are superpowers in this, or powers. Let's say powers, not superpowers. So I'm very curious about what's this going to be like and what is it about. So again, in case I asked any questions during this, if you can answer without spoilers, please do. If you can't, don't. No spoilers in the comments, okay? And yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so as always, I will be starting with openings and then I will move to endings. So, opening 1. Oh yeah. Maybe I should be saying like fire control than firefighters. That might be more fitting. But seems I wasn't that far with the superpowers. It's always the shark teeth, guys. Okay. Sounds interesting so far and even looks interesting. So it seems like I wasn't that far with the superpowers. And as I said, maybe I will start calling it fire control rather than firefighting. But it seems like this has a very interesting cast, especially the shark thief guy. He looks fun. Maybe slightly annoying because those shark thief characters usually are very loud, so we will see about that. But yeah, so far so good. The enemies look really good and really interesting. It kind of reminds me of the... If any of you played Skyrim, the Dwemer constructions, the big ones, I don't remember their name, but if you played Skyrim, you know what I mean. So it really reminds me of that. The big enemies definitely look like a construct from iron, at least visually, and the smaller ones look like humans. So far so good. I kind of expected it to go more into the metallic side because I heard that it could be very much what I like in the metallic openings. But this wasn't bad at all. Like, very nice, very groovy, I would say. So far so good. Okay, opening 2. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is more what I was expecting. Yeah, what did I say? Different factions? Or factions, I guess? I guess this guy is the main character. Like, main. Yeah, this is more what I was expecting to hear in the first one. So, awesome. Yeah, this is where you actually hear the fire going off. Like, if you listen to it blindfolded, you can imagine hearing this in concert with fire going around. Rammstein style a bit. So, yeah. Fire force, fire music. The Shark Thief guy looks like he's going to be the main character. So, I just hope he's not going to yell that much as I kinda expect him to do. As I said, the Shark Thief are usually very loud. I think the only one who wasn't was Rin in 3, from what I've watched. But he had his moments. Other than that, this opening kinda introduced different factions, like different groups of characters, which, yeah, I guess if we are going to compare this to firefighters, there isn't only one group of firefighters for a city. So if it's bigger city, this is Tokyo, judging by what they have written on their helmets. So yeah, there's definitely going to be more than just one group, which is amazing. If there's going to be some sort of rivalry and some sort of tug of war about territories or something like that, that could be fun. If you are getting more enemies than just the human-like torches and the constructs, and they're actually going to go against similar people they are with another set of superpowers, that could be really interesting. I'm here for that. Alright, opening 3. Yeah, that guy looks loud as heck. This is going to be fun. Okay, this seems like the group they are going to be fighting against, like, judging from the first one. They're giving me Templar vibes. I don't know why. But it's a very colorful cast. I like that. A lot of characteristics and characters, like, personality-wise, it seems like. And the fire is definitely like the main superpower. Okay, they have Templar crosses. I understand why they give me Templar vibes. Okay, this one was really good. I like this one. Especially like music-wise. This one was really vibey. I'm thinking what vibes this gives me, like story-wise, and all those like little fights and all that stuff. I'm trying to compare it to something, but I'm not sure. Kinda reminds me of Black Clover in this regard, but in Black Clover it didn't seem like the factions were fighting each other, or at least not on daily basis. Maybe a little bit My Hero Academia, but like purely from the sense that the guys sometimes seems to work together, sometimes go against each other. So I'm reluctant to compare two different things since Haikyuu and Blue Lock. So it's not like I'm comparing it story-wise and all that stuff, just the vibes, okay? Yeah, as I said throughout the opening, it seems like this anime has a really wide cast in terms of personalities. I hope, at least, because there's nothing worse than if you have a wide cast of characters and you mess up with characterization. I understand it's not easy for storytellers to not forget the side characters when they are giving personalities, but there's nothing worse than when you have 10 characters and only like 2 or 3 have actual personalities and the rest is just one characteristics that's either taken to an extreme or becomes their whole personality. That's just so crappy and tiring, and it's not fun to watch. So I really hope that this thing has characterization for every character, even the side ones. Alright, let's get it on. Opening 4. Lightsabers? Really? This one is really pleasant to listen to. I like this one. That's a thumbnail material right there. Okay, this one musically was probably the best from the four. I like this one a lot. And visually they are pretty much the same, but I would say that this one was the best from the four. It makes sense, it was the last one. So, or last one so far at least. So it makes sense that it was the best one. Other than that, the only thing I wanted to talk about in this particular case is the church imageries in this, or like the church overall. Okay, I'm not going to lie. In regards to church as institution, I'm not on board. Let's say it like this. So I am not going to be happy if it's going to be like big part of the whole story. But if it's important for some different reason, okay, that's probably going to be my question, my only question so far. How big overall does the church have in this? Because there is obviously a sister, as in a nun, in the main cast. There are people wearing Templar crosses or something akin to Templar crosses. And overall, there are so many crosses around here that tell me, how big of a role does the church as institution have in this anime? Because honestly, on it is going to write whether I will watch it or not. I am kind of ashamed to admit that, but it is what it is, okay? So, let me know. Just a disclaimer for before we go further, this is not me having anything against faith. Like, believe in whatever you want. My problem lies solely with church as institution, okay? So, no rambling about that in the comments. Okay, moving on. Ending 1. I actually really like the differences between openings and endings in visuals. This one was nice. Musically really nice. And As I said, I like the differences between openings and endings in the visual style, because the openings are usually just the same style as the animation and art style as in the anime itself, because obviously it's supposed to show you what you are supposed to be looking forward to. But the endings usually go a completely different road, and so far from what I've seen, they are more how to say it? They look hand drawn. Many times they look hand drawn. Like in this case, for example, or Overlord. That's a prime example of what I'm talking about, where, as many of you told me, thank you for that, that the endings are composed of art from the original author of the light novels, which is amazing. So this is sort of what I mean by this, that the endings oftentimes go into more cartoonish style, and it really fits because it's like, it's not something that's going to bang on your senses, like pay attention to this, you should be looking forward to this. But it's this sort of comforting feeling and calming down after the action of the anime. So I like that, I really like that. It's something I'm discovering anew the more openings and overall anime I watch, but it's interesting and it's amazing. Okay, ending 2. These two kind of seem like being put as foils to each other, which is interesting. I wonder if that's going to be the case. Wait, are they brothers? Are they brothers? From that one picture, it seemed like the white-haired one is the other guy's younger brother. Ooh, that would be an interesting twist. Or twist for me, because I don't know anything about this. But yeah, that would explain why they are getting put against each other, as like sort of suggesting that they are foils to each other. Okay, maybe I'm completely wrong, but hey, guesses, okay? But now that I think about it, they do sort of have similar eyes, for example. But honestly, so far, I have to admit that the music in the endings, I like it even more than in the openings. Like, these two endings musically were on the level of the last opening. I'm starting to understand why so many people are saying under the opening reactions that they sometimes like the endings even more than the openings. I need to catch up on that. Okay, ending 3. I kind of like this style. I like the faceless figures. And like video game style, kinda. Or not kinda. It is video game style. The platformers. Is this his actual superpower? Okay, this one was chill. Like, really chill. This is just what I was talking about with the difference between openings and endings. Like, the one is supposed to hype you up, the endings are supposed to calm you down again. So, I really like this style. Like, this visual style. Very simple, and yet it's kind of entertaining to watch. And the music is really good. I'm always just kind of vibing to the endings. I don't have that much to say to them, but I'm very much enjoying this. Okay, opening. Okay, ending 4. Let's finish this on a high note, shall we? They took it video gaming route, these 2 last openings. I like this music. These guys are going to be hilarious, these two, aren't they? Yeah, I really like the music and all the endings. Like, from the openings, I was the most happy about the last one. From the endings, I am very happy with all of them. So, yeah, I'm glad I decided to watch the endings too. They're fun to listen to, just to vibe along to the music. There's not much visually going on because, again, it's not supposed to bang on your senses to say, hey, pay attention to this. There is so much going on. So they are usually more musically focused because obviously you are supposed to pay attention to the credits instead of the like visual parts. But yeah, I like these a lot. So, on to the final discussion. Well, I must say that despite going into this with expectations of something, I was still surprised, but definitely not unpleasantly. Like, the first opening was really good, the last one was amazing. The second, even though it was more what I expected it to be, I would put it somewhere along the B tier, maybe. And the third one was also really good. So yeah, but the endings in musical sense were very, very pleasant surprise. Like again, the endings are not supposed to impress you visually, but they definitely impressed me musically, and I love the music in those. Okay, what to say about the anime after the openings? I think I was right in some things that I went into this with about the fire control, let's say, rather than firefighters. Though there is fighting the fire beings. So I guess you can't call them firefighters, like literally. So that's that. And I'm curious what happened there, because it seems like a big problem with all the fire. So I'm curious about what's that about. The other thing is the church and its role in this. Like, if it's just something on a side that, I don't know, it helps them with the fighting or with the superpowers or whatever, then it's fine. If it's like, okay, church is going to save us all, then that's not really my thing. But hey, if it's possible without spoilers, tell me how big of a role the church has in all of this. Last thing I wanted to talk about a bit is the relationships I kind of gathered from the openings and also endings. Is that the blonde guy and the one I suppose is the main guy are kind of giving me the friendly rivalry style of relationship dynamics, which is something I really like. So I'm here for that. And then the what I suppose is the main character and the white-haired guy, who I'm going to take a guess and say that they are brothers that don't get along really well. Again, I may be completely wrong on this, but it really seemed like they are brothers. Or at least some sort of familiar relationship between them. So I'm going to take a guess on this and say that they are related and that they don't get along. Other than that, I'm curious about the dynamics in the main group, because there are relationship dynamics between them, obviously, from the openings, and I really want to see what it is, because studying group dynamics is hilarious sometimes. So I'm very curious about that. And I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. So thank you for watching along with me today. If you like the reaction, consider subscribing to the channel. I will be soon adding probably Attack on Titan into the schedule. So if you are interested in that, you can subscribe and see for yourself. Other than that, there is Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer reactions running for last week, Body Daddies also, but they are going to end next week. So that's what the Attack on Titan is going to be instead. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you can answer without spoilers, enter my questions. And hopefully see you sometime next time. That sounded really well. Bye bye.